The Reginald F. Lewis Museum is celebrating 10 years of Maryland's African American history and culture. And joining us today is Executive Director Dr. Skip Sanders. Thanks so much for being with us. We always love having you.
And I love coming, so thanks for inviting me.
So 10 years.
10 years, and we're celebrating really throughout the year because we think it's a milestone.
Well, I feel like every time you come, there's something new and different happening there, something to experience. So tell us about how 10 years is being commemorated.
Well, we're actually celebrating a 10th anniversary week that began for us on Thursday. We had Mesa to a sellout crowd, and so that was the beginning of it. And then we collaborated with Morgan University on the Dance Theater of Harlem performance that happened just last night on Saturday. So now we're looking to the birthday date itself, which is the 25th. This coming Thursday, and we've got a big day. We're having an open admission, so people can come into the museum for free beginning at 10 a.m. And then at about 1 p.m. or so, we're going to have a conference where we're inviting all the educators who really worked with us 10 years ago to come and join us in a discussion. There'll be a panel featuring Dr. Nancy Grasmick looking at this fantastic resource, this curriculum that the State Department of Ed and the museum developed together. Now 104 lessons, 4th grade through 12th grade. And so that's going to be exciting. Once that very serious discussion has taken place, and we're inviting anyone who's interested in that to come, so it's not just the educators. If you want to know about that curriculum, please come. From 3 to 5, we're back to partying, and we're going to have some cake. We want people to come and have a slice of cake. And Shake Shack's coming down the street. They're our neighbors. They're going to dish out ice cream for us as well.
Can't
so
miss
cake
that.
and ice cream. We'll have a jazz ensemble from Dunbar High School playing jazz, so there'll be music. So it's just going to be a big birthday celebration all day long. And that's the birthday week.
Oh my gosh, a whole week-long birthday.
A whole week-long birthday.
So it's such a part, the Reginald F. Lewis Museum is such a part of the fabric of the city.
Yes.
Why is it such an important part? And for those who haven't been, what are they missing?
Well, they're missing an awful lot. First, there are the exhibits, as you know, and the permanent exhibit really goes in depth in telling the story of African Americans, particularly Marylanders. So much of what we learn in school is truncated because you're trying to learn so much.
Right.
And just to give you one example, not all African Americans came as slaves, but most of us would think that we started in slavery. No, some came as what I call consultants. They were teaching how different crops could and should be grown, like the rice. Some came as indentured servants, as many Europeans did, and then some came, of course, as slaves. That was our beginning, and then slavery grew because it was an economic answer to trying to keep something that was good going if you were a moneymaker on it. So that's just one kind of fact. You will learn so many more things in depth. But not only that, it's experiential in so many ways. The museum wants to embed itself in the community. We've got some exciting things that staff is doing that are new that we want people to see. The museum is also a museum of culture, so all the stuff I talked about that's happening, those cultural items that we all celebrate and enjoy together. For instance, the 28th, we have line dancing, but that line dancing is connected to our second floor exhibit going on now, which is about the Dance Theater of Harlem. And people will say, yeah, what's that got to do with Maryland? Well, 3 of the principal dancers in the Dance Theater of Harlem are Marylanders. One's from Randallstown, one's from Annapolis, one's from Salisbury. The vice chair of the board,
really connecting it to Maryland.
Yes, the vice chair of the board is a Marylander, Trey Muldrow, and also the dance master, the ballet master, Keith Saunders, is a Baltimorean. So there's an awful lot of Maryland in the Dance Theater of Harlem, and it's a great institution.
What a great opportunity. And you've talked about how you like to just kind of sit back in the back row and watch everyone there who's experiencing it. Yeah. So what goes through your mind, and how much pride do you have watching those who come out to experience it?
I am just so proud that the museum is getting the visibility that it deserves and that people are seeing it as the place to come, to gather, for fun and for serious purpose. One of the things we're doing, we're opening a space in July, this is a big surprise, on the first floor. We're calling it Lewis Now, because we want to engage the community on an even deeper level. And this will be a place where people can come and have serious dialogue about issues such as the unrest we just went through and how do we become one Baltimore in a better way. But it's also going to be a space that you can come into, and it will always be free. The whole first floor is free admission.
Fantastic.
You can come into and actually look at beautiful works. For instance, we're opening it with Devin Allen, the young man whose photos were on Time magazine. We're going to be showing his first solo exhibit, so it's Devin Allen Awakenings in a New Light, and those pictures will be stunning. So that whole new space is for community engagement. People will actually be able to write a message to the museum or respond to the photos underneath one with writing, and the museum will capture those comments.
Good. Well, the museum no doubt plays an integral role in just helping Baltimoreans move on. You mentioned the unrest, and it certainly plays a role in the healing, so we appreciate that.
Exactly. And part of that healing is us really beginning to talk to one another, understand one another, appreciate one another, and that ends in enjoying one another.
Absolutely. Yeah. And hope folks turn out in numbers and that they learn a lot.
I do too. Please turn out because it's your cultural home.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Simons.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.